be started.
Hey there, it's William Westhopper from Queer4Cars, and this week's test vehicle is a full-size 3-row SUV. It is pure battery electric. You plug this vehicle in to get its charge, and I have been very pleased with the range and performance that I've gotten out of this, but I'm also very pleased with the handling that this vehicle has provided in our 1-week test review. So let's take a look at this amazing full-size vehicle. So let's talk about this Kia 3-row SUV. Is it a Telluride that's been battery powered? Or is it a Kia Carnival that has been sort of modified for SUV styling? It has a little bit of both the Carnival styling, but it also has a lot of the Telluride in it. It's just bigger, more muscular. It's a little bit more beef to it, shall we say. So let's have a look inside the front of the Kia EV9. Now, first of all, what's interesting is that the start button on it is not up here anywhere. It's not over here. Well, maybe it's here. There is a fingerprint sensor here to start the vehicle. Start button is on the gear shift stalk right there. So you hit the gear shift stalk on, off right there. You have to have your foot on the brake for it to go into full mode. Then the screen comes out, tells you have several driver choices here. The display is very nice. Now these smooth across here, they have a haptic touch to them, so I can hit these buttons and certain things will pop up, whether it be media. It is a little slow. I was surprised about that. It does have wireless Android Auto and wireless Apple CarPlay. There is a charger here, which I've had problems getting to actually work and charge. I really like the steering wheel. It feels very comfortable. It has drive modes here. You can go from Eco, Normal, Sport, My Drive, and Snow. I'm just going to leave it in normal. You can lock the 4-wheel drive here as well. These controls here are very simple and very easy, but they do kind of match the gray plastic that's there. Feel and look of them. They're not as high-end as I'd like. The 2 drink holders right here, and they're sizable, so you can put like a really big gulp in here or something else, and you can make it a little bit smaller. Up front here there are 2 USB-C outlets right here, and you can turn one into a USB-C and connected to the car, or just a USB-C power outlet here. And if you want to have a cigarette lighter, 12-volt cigarette lighter outlet, you can open that up, which is really nice, so you don't have to see it there. It's sort of hidden away that way. These buttons are real buttons that you push for HVAC, up to make it work more, up for more fan, down for less fan, up for more temperature, down for less temperature, and the same on that way. Control for the sound of the media system is there. Their nice tambour door here keeps your drink compartment closed or open. Good buttons there to make it more customizable, or you just put stuff in it. Most people are just going to put stuff in. There is a manual sunroof cover right here, but it does have a sunroof that pops up and out, which is very nice. So I wouldn't say it's a fancy interior. You could probably get the GT line. It'll be a little bit of a step up, but in general, from what I have seen, the materials are pretty basic. The front of the Kia EV9 maybe is not as attractive as it could be. The sides are very good looking. The back is very good looking. It sort of has a bland front since there's no grille there. And you kind of think, well, you know, as an electric vehicle, shouldn't it be more aerodynamic, that kind of flat, square look on the front? But that sort of seems to be the design language that's coming through now, is what I call the Ford Flex look, sort of that flat-nosed front. If you see some of the electric delivery vans, the new electric delivery vans, they also are sort of flat-nosed fronts as well. So we're going to get started here. We're going to use the button here, not the fingerprint ID. We're going to use the button here to start the vehicle. Controls are here on the stalk. Twist forward for drive, twist back for reverse. All-wheel drive lock is here, and drive mode is here. So we're going to go here. We were in normal. We're going to go into sport for a little bit of a sporty ride. All right, let's take a ride. Pickup is good, as it would be in an electric vehicle, as you would expect. It is a heavy vehicle, so when you're going down the road, you're going to feel that weight. And that's actually pretty good because it rides really well because of the weight. You do hear a little bumps and rattles now and then, but in general, it is really, really comfortable. And this vehicle has almost 6,800 miles on it. On the turns and twisties, it handles like the well-designed vehicle that it is, especially for a vehicle this size. It really sticks to the road, probably because of the weight, but just in general, it just has a nice feel to it. You do have a good feel of the road, which is nice, especially in an EV. You don't feel like you're just driving a box on tin wheels. You really do feel like you're driving something that's substantial and that has a good sense to it. Another thing that's nice with this vehicle is visibility. Got lots of visibility. The glass around it is great. The mirrors are great. The camera is great because you can get a bunch of different camera buttons switched around. You can get to see things. So that is really, really nice. This has both a regular mirror and a camera-based mirror. So right now I've turned on to the camera-based mirror. It is a pretty good camera view of what's behind me. Old style rear view camera mirrors sort of made me nauseous. This one does not. I took the EV9 out for a full day out to the Blue Ridge Mountains from Washington, D.C. We did about 235, 250 miles, and I had over 110 miles left of range in the battery. So plenty of charge for a long trip.
Charging started.
The vehicle does charge quickly if you go to a fast charger. You can charge this at home as well overnight at a 240, a level 2, 240 volt charger. But if you want to charge it fast, you're going to have to go to a DC fast charger. So where this Kia EV9 really succeeds and elevates itself beyond other SUVs is this second row here. Yes, you can get it without the captain's seats, but you really kind of like this, having all of this space here. You can get through here. You can have, if you have a dog, there's a dog could lay down there. It's got these nice armrests that are adjustable that are for there. And if you want to get into the third row, it's pretty simple. Hit that button right there, slide it, and you can walk right on in here and get into that very comfortable third row. But what we're going to talk about is the second row seats. Now on the GT version, you'll have thigh supports that go up here, but this is the Land, so it's a little less luxurious, but still pretty nice. Up here are the controls for the HVAC, count them, two large air vents, one for each of the outboard seats. And what's kind of fun is this little center console here. Is it a coffee table? Slide it out, do something, or just slide that back and you can put stuff in here. A nice big storage area. I'd say you could probably fit an iPad in here and a few other odds and ends, some phones, some toys, whatever. It's a really nice storage area. And then of course, when you don't want it as storage, just slide it back there. 2 cup holders there, and of course, map pockets on both sides. Now, Kia hides their USBs for the second row always on these front seats here. So there's USB-C on this side and a USB-C on that side. So really nice there. Kind of like this little funky space here. You can put a coat over here if you'd like. Grab handles here, grab handles here, here. What's really nice are the right and left clothes hanger hooks, which are sort of not that common anymore. You might find one in a vehicle, but having two, that's pretty high end. On the second row, heated and ventilated rear seats controlled right here on the door. Really, really nice. And if you'd want to move this seat forward or backward, you can do this right here. Moves the seat forward or like that. you have a lot of second row flexibility. Now let's go on back to the third row. There are a couple of ways to move this seat forward. Hit that there and it slides forward. Mechanical holder there, or hit that there and it slides forward. So the top there for the third row in the back if you want access to it, and if you're right here you can just hit that. Also, if you want to recline those rear seats, you can do that as well. Very nice. Third row passengers just have to hit the back of the seat. It slides up, the second row slides up, pop back in here, pull back. You can pull this back if you want, or you can just pull this back and it sits nicely. So room back here, again, more air vents up top. There is a fixed glass skylight up here, but it does have a folding shade over it. There is a cubby here with little catches for your drink. There are actually two spots. Count them, two spots for your drink. A larger one and a smaller one. This would probably fit a can. This might fit a Yeti or one of the boxes. Or you can put a piece of equipment there. You can put your phone there. USB-C right here. There's a speaker here too, which is really nice. So overall, very, very nice. And if you want to just kind of pop one down, let's see how we can do this one. I think if you can just have one down here, so you can have a 50-50 split for the third row, which is nice. So if you really want, you could put that seat flat down. This seat could carry something long like skis back here or something. There's still room back in the cargo area, which makes a big difference. So overall, very, very impressed with how Kia has thought out this three-row SUV, the EV9, all-electric SUV. All right, and push that button right there, move that forward, and pop out. What do we have here? Something dead. All right, very good. So let's have a look at the cargo area in the back of the EV9. First of all, the 50-50 split third row goes flat down, which is nice. They have this little suitcase here which carries the portable charging cable for the EV9, which has Velcro on the back so it doesn't go bouncing around. And underneath here, there's a little bit of storage area, not much. It does not have a spare tire. It has an inflator, which many vehicles do these days, some other things. But you could put something, maybe a laptop back here, but that's about it. A little bit of cubby space on either side, but not much there. There is a three-prong 125 volt, 15 amp outlet right there. There's controls for the second row seats right here, which is nice. So that's really nice to be able to put those down so you have a nice long flat space there. The big question with EVs is what's up front in what we would call the hood, or EV people call the frunk. Now, I don't really call this a frunk because frunks started with Porsches and VWs. They're the original manager of frunks, where they actually had a storage space up front because their engine was in the rear. So let's find out on this Kia EV9 what is under the hood. Now, the first thing that I noticed is there's no second release here. You had to hit it twice on the inside. Opens with a hydraulic open. Yes, there is a frunk storage area here, a small storage area. You can get into some things there as well. So there is your frunk. Now, what are you going to carry up there? You won't carry a whole lot of things in that space. Probably the charging cables, but you can access the washer fluid there. Looks like you can access coolant, radiator coolant there, probably something else there, something there. There's battery access there. And if perchance somebody got stuck in here You'd have to be really small, but you could push that button and it would release this front hood. So I want to thank you for watching this episode of Queer4Cars. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. And subscribe and follow our channel for more car and truck videos and reviews and stories about the automotive lifestyle. If you have any questions, just place them down below in the comments. We'd be glad to answer them for you. And we hope you'll really kind of take a look. Kia has an excellent line of vehicles all across its lineup. If you're looking for really forward-thinking technology on electric vehicles, Kia is one of the top brands to take a solid look at.